This is Kelly from Root Pursuit Junk Journals, and today we're talking about how we use our junk journals, what we really do with our junk journals, what they're for, and why we keep them. So this isn't necessarily a video about themes, it's about functional use. Here is number one. A great way to use your junk journal is to make it into a book that represents an instrument that you love, music in general. It could be about, let's say you're in a band or you love a band and you want to add everything in there that has to do with anything to do with music. You can have a book that has to do with all of your favorite lyrics. So it could just, every page could be a different song with the lyrics, and then you could emphasize which lyrics you like the best. It could be of an actual artist of all of your favorite songs. There's lots of different ways you can make an album about music. Number two is book themes and authors. So if you love junk journals, there's a very good chance that you also love books. So this could be a great way to organize and illustrate some of your favorite books. It could be a way to have a list of all of the books that you do read. You could list fiction books by series and have that all marked down and check marks to go. You could have authors. So this one is about a quote from Louisa May Alcott, and then this is just why I love Louisa May Alcott. So it could definitely be about books and your favorite authors. Each page could be about one particular author that you love and quotes from your favorite books. Number three is self-care books. So these are books that basically to items that emphasize ways that you can take care of yourself. This could be listing ways that you could treat yourself with maybe bubble baths and ice cream. So you can list those things in there. You can list, things that make you feel inspired and ways to take care of your spiritual self. Number four is the love of journaling. So this could be anything that has to do with writing. So this is really for people who love to write. It could be their own short stories. It could be a place where they can do free write. So if you happen to be a writer or hope to be a writer, you probably participate in free writes, and a junk journal is a great way to add a little more decoration to your free write, and a great place to add short stories and first drafts. Number five is cooking. You can add your favorite recipes in a tuck. You can have a section on meal prep ideas. So you could list great meal prep and your schedule for the week. You can list healthy eating tips and just general love of cooking items. Number six is one that people do actually use pretty frequently for junk journals, and that is a spiritual journal, an illustrated version of your spiritual journey with lots of writing space and collection of your favorite quotes and Bible verses or whatever your affiliation happens to be. Number seven is a humor junk journal. So this is basically a place where you list and collect items that make you laugh or you find humorous. So it could be a collection of comics. It could be a collection of your favorite funny stories. I, for a while, was collecting stories from when my children were little and the funny things that they did. So those might be fun little things to add. It could be the jokes that you heard at a comedy club. So anything along those lines that will make you smile, and you can have as a keepsake to open up maybe when you're feeling down. Number eight is a planner junk journal. This actually happens to be that junk journal for me. So I just have it. It's my own little style, and you can clip in calendars onto the side so it can be versatile. You can add little scraps of paper and add notes to them like that. Anything related to planning and keeping your life in order, essentially. A household organizer, a personal organizer, a mini calendar planner, a habit tracker, cleaning schedule, goals folio, a password keeper, list birthdays for friends and families, a Christmas organizer, Christmas planning things like who's getting what and things you need to buy, your grocery list for the party, and etc. The last idea is a bucket list of things that you want to accomplish. Number 9 is gardening. Now, gardening is a very common theme for junk journals, but this is actually a functional use for a junk journal, and that is basically so that you're taking the journal and you're using it as a place to plan your own backyard garden, your container garden, your landscaping plans, your tips for managing your garden, your seed collection. So it's not just a place to have a gardening theme, but a place to actually plan and collect information about how to take care of your garden. Number 10 is a vacation junk journal. And this is a different take on the junk journal because this one is actually what I might have called a smash journal. So I came on my vacation with this journal pre-put together, and then I went ahead and added items that I collected along the way. When I stopped at a hotel, I got the little notepad with where we stayed, got little items from the takeaway menu. We went to a place, so I got the little brochure for it. Yeah, I collected lots of little pieces of the papers from my trip, and I just glued them in as I went along. Number 11 is a family history junk journal. And this one I personally have a lot of experience with because I like family history, but this is a way that you can use that decorative style, but also include actual real documentation of your ancestor in the book. For instance, like pictures of items like that. You can also do a journal. This journal happens to be a one person. You can also do journal on your whole history in one book. You can also do mini books like a document journal because they're really good in size. You can document in an envelope and then keep one for every ancestor because they don't need to be that big for each one. So just a few ideas for combining other hobbies with your junk journal hobby. Number 12 is journal that has to do with TV and movies that you watch. So it could be a list of your favorite movies and TV shows, or it could be one of those lists where you keep track of which episodes that you've watched. It could also be the characters in your shows. A lot of people actually do Harry Potter or Disney themed, Outlander right now, the Stars streaming show. Number 13 is a health and wellness junk journal that keeps track of all your health, your doctor appointments, your health history, an exercise schedule, or perhaps a diet plan that has to do with your health. This is mine. I actually have one. It's pretty small. I can take it with me to the doctor. And no, I'm not going to open it up. Number 14 includes the Junk Journal Idea Book. So this is a collection of all of your great ideas that you think of for your junk journals that you don't want to lose or forget about. For instance, this really cool hinge that I made with the fleur-de-lis. Love that. Okay, so this is my idea journal. But it can also be a place to list your different doodles that you do. For instance, this I was keeping as a little book for my Zentangles, which I was into for a while. So I had a little, here it is, a sampler in here which showed all of the different ones that I was working on or trying at that particular time. So it's a good way to keep a diary of doodles. You can also keep a washi tape sampler. So basically just take a little tiny piece of each of your washi tape and put it on the pages in your journal. You can also have one of every single stamp to keep a record of the different rubber stamps that you own. So as I was doing this, I really tried to think of every different category, but as I was going along, there were so many ways that you could narrow this down to apply to your own interests and hobbies. So I definitely encourage you to use this as a jumping off point for figuring out what kind of journals you might want to create that will have real function to them, that will help you organize your life while still adding a little beauty and interest. I hope you give it a try, and at minimum do an idea book, because those are great for keeping track of all the different junk journal ideas. If you're interested in seeing more videos, you can go ahead and click subscribe. If you're interested in seeing more of these quick list videos where we list a lot of great ideas in a short amount of time, you can check out the link in the description. Link you right to my playlist, quick list videos. And as always, thanks for coming along, and I'll talk to you later.